It's been a big year for Google. Not only did the Pixel 6a win over our hearts, taking everything that was good about the Pixel 6 and packaging it into a mid-range phone, but the company has already teased the upcoming Pixel 7 and 7 Pro for a fall 2022 launch. That launch is now confirmed for October 6, where we will be seeing the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro, the Pixel Watch, and some new Nest devices. All three of Google's most recent smartphone launches are among the best Android devices you can buy today, and these upcoming premium models promise to offer improvements in some crucial categories. Google's annual Pixel launch has been not only one of the most anticipated Android phone events of the year, but it has also served as the perfect time for a major Android update to roll out to users. That said, considering Android 13 launched in August of this year, it's clear that the fun has already begun months before either phone launches. Whether or not Android 13 arrived alongside the Pixel 7 or 2 months earlier, as is what actually happened, doesn't really matter to prospective buyers. One way or another, these phones will come running the latest and greatest OS version when they land on store shelves. Still, improvements to Pixel exclusive features, at a glance camera tricks, and more are all but guaranteed to arrive with the phone. If Android 13 laid the groundwork for a subtle, secure update, it's the Pixel 7 launch that will introduce a ton of Google exclusive tools. Last year, Google swung big with its design for the Pixel 6, giving the series a complete overhaul. From the controversial under-display fingerprint sensor, a first for the series, to the massive rear camera bar, it seems like the company has finally cemented a new design for its in-house smartphones. The first pictures of the Pixel 7 confirms that the design is largely similar for 2022, but there are some important tweaks on each phone. The visor-like camera stripe remains on the Pixel 7, but its cameras are changing it to a peel and dot cutout. The Pixel's glass rear camera bar has changed to metal, which was previously glass on the Pixel 6 series. We are hoping this camera change may mean less of an issue with lens flare in photos from the next pair of smartphones. There's less glass around the shooter itself. The two phones differ here, with the Pixel 7 sporting two cameras in a peel cutout, while the Pixel 7 Pro adds a third dot cutout to the mix. Colors differ between the two models, and there are changes from the Pixel 6 range. Both phones will come in obsidian and snow, basically black and white color options. The Pixel 7 also comes in a unique lemongrass shade, and the Pro model comes in hazel as a third color option. We don't yet know if there will be any market limitations to each other. Leaks have suggested that the Wave window along the top edge of both models has been redesigned from the slightly transparent window we saw on the Pixel 6 Pro. Google's official images don't show this part of the phone, so I am unsure if it's true. A leaked Pixel 7 prototype put up for sale on eBay shows a cleaner, smaller window built into the metal rail of the smaller model, suggesting both phones will include the feature this time around. No carrier markup necessary. As for ultra-wideband support, a set of early FCC listings suggest it will remain a Pro Series exclusive for another year. If you have been interested in trying out digital car keys, this restriction is likely to be a disappointment. Apart from these changes, the Pixel 7 series seems to sport a similar design to the Pixel 6. It has a glass rear, confirmed to be glossy just as the previous generation. The bottom edge features a USB-C port, and the right-hand edge is home to the power button and the volume rocker. The left-hand edge is feature-free apart from the phone's SIM tray. The screen is flat for the smaller model, curved on the other. We don't yet know anything about protection or an IP rating. Though it seems safe to assume it will line up with last year's phone. Thankfully, there is one major improvement: higher storage tiers will be available in more markets than last year. Whether or not the displays have been changed remains a mystery. Early reports suggested that the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro retained identical panels as last year's models, albeit with the later adding support for 1080p mode to save on battery life. However, a bricked Pixel 7 prototype revealed it was using a newer generation of Samsung's display, possibly setting up for some slight year-over-year improvements. We are still waiting on details on the display's refresh rates and other aspects, but we probably won't have all the details until the phones are in our hands. Thanks to some pre-production models, we are starting to form an idea about what the dimensions for both phones look like. The Pixel 7 seems to be both smaller and lighter than the Pixel 6, measuring in at 73.2mm wide compared to 74.9mm and weighing just 195 grams versus 205 grams on last year's phone. That 10 grams difference could be due to a variety of factors, but a smaller battery is unfortunately a possibility. That said, we will have to wait for specific numbers to leak out before making a judgment call. It's unclear if Google's new phones will use the same fingerprint sensor as their predecessors. Software updates have solved most of the Pixel 6 bugs, but the under-display fingerprint sensor has only improved a modest amount since it launched last year. Google is confirmed to be using a different sensor in the Pixel 6a, and early results seems to suggest it is faster than the one found in the Pixel 6. That bodes well for the Pixel 7 too. We don't know if that different sensor will actually show up in Google's 2022 flagships. And speaking of reasons, the Pixel 7 could bring back the Hall sensor, something that would allow to flip covers to make a much needed return. Inside each phone is a second-gen Tensor chip, which the company has now confirmed is called the Tensor G2. Google has yet to make a big deal out of the new brand, but the naming was spotted on some products pages for the Pixel 7 series after its reveal date was confirmed. We don't know the exact specs and what it will offer yet, but the next-gen Tensor will feature better performance and other improvements according to Google, including potentially Bluetooth LE audio support. Tensor G2, internally known as a Cloud Reaper, is rumored to be paired with an unreleased G5300B Samsung modem. Early rumors suggest it's being manufactured by Samsung on the company's 4nm node, with mass production beginning in June. That bricked Pixel 7 Pro prototype suggests it's using Cortex-A55 cores again for low-power tasks, along with two Cortex-X1 cores for high-performance tasks. It sounds like these clusters are running at faster clock rates, which will likely result in a mild performance boost over the last-gen phones. Leaked specs lists don't hold a ton of surprises as you'd expected. These are flagship phones through and through. Along with Tensor G2, look for 8GB of RAM in the smaller model and 12GB in the larger. As usual, Google has crammed a massive 5000 mAh battery in the Pro through the regular Pixel 7 holds its own with a 4700 mAh cell. Both are listed as supporting 30W fast charging, though it's possible that, like last year, this rating might not hold up in regular use. Finally, we should mention rumor of a third model codenamed Nings. This variant has popped up in rumors a couple of times over the last several months, appearing alongside other upcoming Pixel products like Google's Fast Wearable and its return to tablets. Right now, it remains unclear exactly what Nings is. While some theorize it's a high-end model priced above the Pixel 7 Pro, think Pixel Ultra. Others think it could be an internal prototype for testing cameras and chips for future devices.